Group, carry my 2 over to the hundredths. 6 times 6 is 36, plus 2 is 38. Carry my 3, regroup that. 6 times 1 is 6. 6 plus 3 is 9. And so, wow, Wendy earned $9,870 total. What did the $1,645 represent? Earned each month. What does a 6 represent in our story problem? Okay, this is the total months worked. ED, thank you. Whoever shouted that out, thank you very much. And then 9,870, what does that represent? Yeah, it's the total amount of money she earned. Total amount of money she earned in 6 months. Okay, so now I have that all labeled. I'm coming over here and I'm going to bubble in. Make sure that you're bubbling in the correct answer. This is also, they are going to put in what students miss the most. So how they're adding it could be wrong, how they're multiplying, then you switch from multiplication to addition. So be real careful with that. All right, number 18. Leo's penny jar holds 386 pennies. Oh, wow. It's got to be heavy. Leo has set a goal to save 8 jars full of pennies. Way to go, Leo. Estimate how many pennies Leo will have if he saves 8 jars of pennies and then give the exact amount. All right, so now let's estimate. First of all, first things first, I want to know, what is Leo doing? Who's our character? Leo's our character. So Leo is doing what? He's saving pennies. So in his first jar, how many pennies did he save? Right? So his penny jar holds 386 pennies. His goal is to save 8 jars full of pennies. Now we need to estimate how many pennies he will have if he saves 8 jars. So, bullet my work. I'm going to estimate, circle that, and that's about. And then I need to give the exact amount. You see, I'm just kind of pulling that out there because it's going to remind me to do that. So now I'm going to put jar holds 386 pennies. He wants to save 8 jars. And now we want to find out. So Leo will save blank. I'm not saying Leo will have blank if he saves 8 jars. Not many. So sorry about that. Leo will have blank pennies. My mistake. My brain is going faster than my hand, and so I have to go back and reread. So Leo will have blank pennies if he saves 8 jars. And then he'll have blank, so you'll put about, and then you'll also do that one for the exact. So let's take our paper right over here. So sorry about that confusion. It happens, right? When you're really trying to make sure that you have everything down, it's going to happen. So it happens with me. It's going to happen with you. And that's okay. That's how we learn. So the first things first, I know that he has 386. 386 represents pennies. in each jar. I'm going to multiply that by 8. 8 represents 8 represents the total jars. I should have put the goal. Goal is the total jars. Now I'm going to solve my problem. 8 times 6 is 48. Use your multiplication chart in what was given to you today or in your agenda book so that you can really work on that multiplication. 8 times 8 is 64 plus 4 is 68. 8 times 3 is 24 plus 6. So you have 24 plus 6 is 30. So he's going to save about total save is about 3,088 pennies. Saved. Let me rephrase that. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so he's gonna. This is the total approximate. That's the word I'm looking for. Approximate total amount of pennies. There we go. That's the word I was looking for, trying to get it out of my head. Gonna make mistakes, and it's okay. I did pen so that it's easily seen. Now, this is the about part. What about the exact? Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you for catching that. This is the exact. This is not it. This is not. Well, hello. This is exact. If I need to do about, my number is 386. Here's my 300. And here is my 400. What is in between? 350. Where would 386 go? Absolutely. Closest to the 400, because I'm going to place it about here. That's why it was so much, that was, my brain couldn't comprehend. Makes more. So this is, I scratched out the approximate, scratched out here. Total amount of pennies, that's the exact amount. You have 3,088. Now look at this. He's going to save about 400. 400 is the estimated amount saved per jar. I know I didn't write the word saved. You can write that in. Amount, estimated amount per jar. The 8 is the goal. Goal for total, let's see, what, for total jars. Okay, and now I can multiply that out. That's 0, 0, and 4 times 8 is 32. So is that close to? Absolutely. Let's go over to see which one it's going to be. So this is our about 3,200. Our exact is 3,088. And where do we find that over here? Very good. Okay, thanks for whoever shouted that out. I kind of got those vibes through you, so it was like, stop, stop. So, way to go. Thank you very much. Okay, now let's look at our last step. Multi-step means that we're going to have more than one step. So, Mr. Benson is buying supplies for his office. He bought 8 boxes of large rubber bands. Wow. Which come $195 to a box. He bought 6 boxes of small rubber bands, which come $256 to a box. What is the total number of rubber bands that Mr. Benson bought? Wow. Okay, so who's our character? Mr. Benson. My question is, I wonder what he's going to be doing with all those rubber bands. But it doesn't say. It says for office supplies, so maybe they're doing a lot of mailers and a lot of door-to-door, things like that. So who knows? Okay, so he's buying supplies for his office. This is telling Mr. Benson bought 8 boxes of large rubber bands. which comes $195 to a box. Then he bought 6 boxes of small rubber bands, which come $256 to a box. We want to know the total number of rubber bands Mr. Benson bought. So I'm going to start bulleting my work. Please remember to bullet your work. So he bought, okay, so this is what he bought. 8 boxes, large rubber bands, okay? Each box has 195. Okay, that's for the large. Now the smaller rubber bands, and I'm going to do it like this. This is what my brain is saying. So smaller rubber bands, he bought 6 boxes. And then in each box has 256 rubber bands. So I'm going to just put has 256. Okay? All right. Now, my question is the total number. Hey, got another comment. The total number of rubber bands or actually, boy, so I got all these little pop-ups. Sorry about it. So Mr. Benson bought blank total number of rubber bands, or the total number of rubber bands Mr. Benson bought is, and you again phrase it to whichever way you want to. So Mr. Benson purchased blank total number of rubber bands. So whichever way you want to phrase it. All right, now this is going to be again multi-step. So I want to do the first one. I know that he bought 8 boxes, and in each box it had 195. So on here I'm going to put large rubber bands. Okay? And on my large rubber bands, again, it is 8 boxes he bought. So I'm going to have 195. That's number in each box. He bought 8 of them, right? And I want to double check. He bought 8 boxes. 8 boxes. Boxes bought. Now I'm going to multiply that out. 8 times 5 is 40. Ooh, 8 times 9 is 72. Plus 4 is 79. 8 times 1 is 8. Plus 7 is 15. So this is total number of large RBs for rubber bands. Okay, now I'm going to do small rubber bands. And I know that he bought 6 boxes, and there's 256 rubber bands in each box. 256, this is the number in each